Hello everyone, welcome to Cognition Medicos. As we know, we have the clinical case representation previously in the last week and we have promised to come up with the solution. So here is the clinical case solution of our first dental case. So the case representation is of a 60-year-old female who reported to the outdoor patient department with facial asymmetry, painful swelling on the left side of the cheek and periorbital area. Her corner of the mouth was also depressed, okay, and there was redness and the temperature around the swelling was higher. She also complained of fever, weakness and malaise. The medical history, the patient's medical history gave a history of hypertension and was also a gastric ulcer patient. The clinical examination, which shows that like upon intraoral examination, it was found that there was a deep cervical lesion in the left upper canine region. The dental history. The dental history, the patient gave a history of pain in the concerned tooth for the last 2 to 3 months for which she had taken medication after consulting the physician. Since then, her pain was relieved. She did not go for extraction although. Now the question which follows that what will be your provisional diagnosis? What should be your differential diagnosis? What other investigation would you like to perform to support your diagnosis? And how you will manage this case. So we have both the external picture of the patient as well as the internal picture of the patient which follows. So coming up with the solution. So the provisional diagnosis says that it's a canine space infection. Now, for every provisional diagnosis, we have a set of differential diagnoses which will help you to understand the clinical scenario. So the differential diagnosis says that it can be a buccal specific infection, it can be a cellulitis, it can be an acute suppurative osteomyelitis and septicemia. The investigation, so what probable investigation as a clinician can you do to reach to a conclusion? So you can take the certain routine blood examination for which we can have TCDC, that is the total count and the differential count for observing the leukocyte counts mainly. Then we have the CRP and the ESR level. We have the basic markers of inflammation, for which the non-specific marker of acute and chronic inflammation here are mentioned. So you can go for the fasting and postprandial glucose level, the urea creatinine level, the lipid profile test to rule out, and also the liver function test to rule out any comorbidities. The prolactin level can be also be done to find out or to rule out any sepsis. The BT-CT and APT are other details which can also be done to rule out any coagulation abnormalities if present in the patient. So what are the radiological investigations that can be done? So in case of the radiological investigation, we can go with the IOPAR, that is the intraoral radiograph with the respect to tooth-free region for any etiology that is infected maxillary left canine in this case. Of certain other like costlier one, you can go for MRI and also the USG, that is a cheaper option. These are basically done for like revealing the soft tissue portion. So in that case, the soft tissue portion and its anatomical extent can also be judged, and we can also rule out the cellulitis. Now the OPG can be taken to rule out any bony changes, okay, in osteomyelitis, and also the culture and sensitivity can also be done in case of any pus which is being taken out after incision and drainage for actually determining the causative organism. So we can go for specific antibiotic selection. Now in case of management, the first thing is that we should go for the airway assessment and protection. Obviously the patient's airway need to be protected. Then we have the surgical pathway, that is the surgical incision and drainage, followed by by the Hilton's method, that is both intraorally as well as extraorally or combination of both, and placement of the drain and extraction of the tooth tree and followed by dressing. Now sending the collected specimen for culture and sensitivity test for determining the particular causative microorganism of the cause. So these are of our radiological investigation and the management protocols. So coming with the medical management, what else can you do? So the first is that you can go with the broad spectrum antibiotic, basically penicillin, or combination of penicillin and metronidazole, or first and second generation cephalosporin can also be given in case of severe cases. Now, in case of penicillin, the allergy needs to be substituted. Many patients can be allergic to penicillin. So in that case, if that is being reported or the patient says, then we can go for a substitute drug, clindamycin. Then specific antibiotic coverage can according to be given according after the sensitivity culture sensitivity report comes. We can go for we can give for specific antibiotic therapy. Then proper hydration of the patient, because in this case the patient may have a loss of fluid, so we can go for intravenous route also. Analgesic and antibiotic, if there is a pain and inflammation obviously and the fever, then you can go for analgesic and antibiotics. Antiseptic mouthwash can also be prescribed to the patient to decrease the viral, that is the microbial load or chance of any secondary infection. Now, after the lifestyle modification, like the patient should be given that the liquid and soft protein diet for 7 to 10 days when the patient is under the therapy or the treatment, complete bed rest for 7 to 10 days and maintaining proper oral hygiene, that is the must. So I hope everyone loved this clinical case presentation from Cognition Medicos. Our team has really worked a lot. So please like, comment and subscribe our channel. In the future, we'll be coming up with also clinical cases for the benefit of our society, our medical fraternity. Thank you.